Okay, here we are with another Becoming a Modern Man, playing Blue-Red Delver Tempo, and so we took another quick mulligan decision, unfortunately. This is the opener we're going to be running with. Not the most exciting, but Snapcaster Bolt is always a nice combination. We probe. Unfortunately, we didn't see. Opponent probes his back. Oh, it's the mirror match. That's right. I think our opponent has a young Pyromancer, which is obviously interesting. But we're just going to be able to leak that, which is good. Surprised he actually ran it into leak, but maybe he's got something else on his mind. There's a Sword of Fire and Ice. I didn't know whether I wanted to counter that or not. I could have just gone for the Snapcaster Bolt there and added some more pressure to the board, which might have been the better play, but I've played games in the past where Sword has blown me out quite badly, so figured getting to counter it there seemed quite good. For a third Snapcaster, which is pretty nice. With the Snapcaster Bolt his Delver, he Vapor Snags his Delver back to hand, which is fine by me. He's going to take one life loss, and I'm going to go set for 2 here. Tries to bolt my Snapcaster, but I'm going to snap pierce the bolt. So I'm pretty far ahead here. Just going to attack him here. Opponent doesn't block. Going to run out Young Pyromancer. Delver doesn't flip for him, and our opponent concedes. Yeah, in pretty good shape there. Probably would have bolted him at end of turn, made another elemental, and attacked all in, and that should about do it. And we also have a Snapcaster Bolt to follow it up, so fairly sure that would have wrapped things up had he not conceded. So this is our opener here. Double Island is a little bit awkward. I actually feel like the mana base that we're currently running isn't all that great. I actually took it from another list, but I think we could do with more fetches. It works well with Grim Lavamancer, and yeah, I just think it would be better overall. So we up the number of fetch lands in the deck. But I could be wrong. But leads off with the Serum Visions. We're just going to go for Delver. He plays Pyromancer, which is kind of annoying. We don't have any burn in our hand at the moment. Draw a Dispel though, and tap for 3. Definitely race this Pyromancer. He's a Staticaster as a card that came in from the sideboard as well, which seems really nice against Pyromancer. But gonna have to find the red mana source. And that's us for 2. We're just gonna tap for 3. Pass the 10 back. And goes that to 9. Dispel the Bolt. I want to keep my Delver alive as a threat. Attacks in. Could snag the Delver here, but decided against it. I really want to make sure that this the Aura Delver doesn't die, as it's our only source of pressure at the moment. So I want to keep Spell Snare up, and gonna snag here. I'm going to try and leak it. I'm going to Spell Snare response. So I'm going to take 5, put it down to 7. Put it as a Vapor Snag for our Delver, which is pretty bad. Finally find a Steam Vents for the red mana, but it's a little bit late. Kill off his all his elementals, but we're in fairly bad shape. Went for 2 and found the burn spell off the double draw. Well, triple draw I suppose, from Taxing Probe, and yeah, that finished us off. Had we managed to get the Staticaster down earlier, I think we would have been able to stabilise there, and things would have gone pretty well, but not being able to draw a red source for such a long time really punished us. While not finding a third land, just in general, was pretty bad, but if we'd been able to find our red source earlier on and get these power etc., I think we would have been heavily favoured there. So let's go on to game 3. This is the opener we're going with. Lavamancer seems pretty nice in this matchup. Fortunately, we don't have many ways to throw spells into the yard. Well, we don't have any spells. I mean, but Grim Lavamancer seems generally pretty good. So tap for 1 here, play out my other Lavamancer, keep it Vapor Snag. I'm just going to drop a young Pyromancer. I'm just going to Vapor Snag it. Seems like a nice tempo play for us. He's just wasted his turn. Seems though he didn't have Gitaxian Probe or anything. Obviously we would quite like to kill the young Pyromancer, but we don't have enough spells in the yard without Vapor Snagging. So this seems fairly good. He's getting for 2 here. And keep Snapcaster up. I mean, Snapcaster Vapor Snag seems quite nice if he just replays the Pyromancer and doesn't do a whole lot else. Opponent plays a Statcaster. Didn't know if he would have that in his sideboard. I was kind of betting against him not having it, hence running out the double Lavamancer. But I'm gonna Snapcaster Vapor Snag my Lavamancer to prevent us from losing both our guys here. Draw a Bolt, which we're going to use to kill off the Statcaster. Then tap 3. I'm just going to run out the other Grim Lavamancer. I doubt he's got another Statcaster, and if he does, then bad luck for me. I can use Grim Lavamancer to kill off the Pyromancer. Respawns with Bolt, which I'm going to Spell Pierce to keep my Snapcaster alive. And I'm just going to attack with both my guys to keep on the pressure. Might not have been the right thing to do, but I feel like Snapcaster going to the graveyard is worth 2 extra points of damage with our Lavamancer, and I want to keep the pressure on him, to be honest. Well, that's nothing. Attack with 1, planning to keep up the Lavamancer, but when our opponent doesn't do anything, it doesn't seem worth using it when I can kill a young Pyromancer or something else with that damage. Gonna keep attacking. Probe. Our opponent reveals double Spell Snare and 2 lands, which is a fine hand for him to have. But from our perspective, here, planning to keep him on his current hand. Don't really want to throw anything away from my hand either, so just gonna play Click, Statcaster kill off his guy, and then finish him off. So yeah, that worked out pretty nicely for us. Got a little bit screwed over in the end. Didn't draw anything nice, and drew quite a lot of lands, I suppose. But yeah, in our last game we didn't draw the lands we needed, so all kind of balances out. And yeah, overall we managed to pull out the win on this one. So went pretty nicely.